I have come to realize that pride often arises within me, especially when I achieve something or receive praise. How can I deal with this? How do I drop my pride? Egoism, desire, attachment, pride, and all such tendencies are seen in a man so long as there is ignorance and as long as there is identification of the self with the body. When the sense of I and mine is given up, the individual merges with the Supreme Self. Just as the sun appears to be covered by the clouds, though it is ever shining beyond them, so the self appears to be covered by egoism and other limitations, though it is ever pure, full, and self-luminous. But tell me, who is that feels proud? Is it the body, the mind, or something else? It seems to be the mind. When I am praised, my mind feels elated and I start to think I am better than others. Indeed, it is the mind that claims ownership of actions and their results. But consider this: the body is just an instrument and the mind is just a bundle of thoughts. The true self is beyond both. The self is pure, untouched by dualities such as success and failure, praise and blame. If you realize this truth, pride will naturally dissolve. But it is so difficult to remember this in everyday life. How can I remain aware of the self and not fall into the trap of pride? To remove pride, the first condition is discrimination between the real and unreal. Then follows dispassion towards the enjoyment of the fruits of work here and hereafter. Through discrimination and dispassion, the wise man separates the self from the body, senses, and mind, just as one separates the rice from the husk. Engage mind in deep meditation on the truth and constantly remind yourself of your real nature as pure consciousness. Now I understand that by recognizing the ego's nature and constantly contemplating the self, I can let go of pride. But what about the moments when I fail and pride overpowers me? Do not be disheartened by occasional lapses. Even if pride arises, observe it without judgment. Every time you bring your awareness back to self, you weaken the ego. Remember, it is the nature of the mind to fluctuate. Persevere in your practice with patience and devotion. Over time, the grip of pride will loosen and you will rest more and more in the peace of the self. In you, in me, and everywhere else, there is but one Vishnu, the same God. Your anger, pride, and impatience are meaningless. See the same self in all and take refuge in the truth. Drop all attachments and engage in the meditation on the pure consciousness. Remember, the true seeker is one who knows that there is nothing to be proud of, for all is the play of divine.